Hi, today we talk about visiting New Orleans with children. The bakeries, the French quarters, the river walk and plazas, and the Garden District. Hi, I'm Mars D. Gill, author of Letters from the Queen and my newest book, House of Milk and Cheese. I blog on Travel Monthly and talk about books and life. Subscribe if this interests you. On to New Orleans. I used to think that New Orleans was for the party people, perhaps not appropriate for little children. I was wrong. Yes, it's a happening place, but it's for everybody. A unique charm and the sweet aroma of pastries roams the flower-studded streets. We stayed at Dauphin Island, Alabama, which is about 2 hours away. Owing it to my son's 11th birthday that day, we wanted New Orleans to be grand, and it delivered. First, the bakeries. Every corner seems to have one. French bakery shops and cafes. These shops go well with the music, art, and the books of New Orleans. Our first stop was Bittersweet Confections. With brilliant customer service, a small but larger than a pastry cake available, candles for purchase at the shop, we weaved the birthday spirits. They provided the silverware and a lighter as we enjoyed our second warm breakfast of the day. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, experience the city through your taste buds. My son opened his gifts and made a wish before cutting the cake. Birthday at a bakery, bravo. Second, walk along the river. While Spanish Plaza was under construction, strolling along the misty and mysterious Mississippi River with ships gliding by inspired a meditation. The New Orleans Holocaust Memorial and the steamboat hallmark the walk. Admiring its personality and the sheer command of the coast from the outside, we skipped the food and the cruise. Third, Jackson Square. Now this square is a famous landmark in the French quarters, described beautifully in Google Maps as a park where artists paint, draw and sell. Hey, and I write. And my children climb its trees. But this was a moment I fell in love with the city that dedicated a square to artists. The St. Louis Cathedral rings across from it, and large crowds, maskless in March 2021, to haunt here. Yes, that ensured we hastily exited and toured the Royal Street till the Frenchman Street with the restaurants and the Washington Square Park. We did avoid Bourbon Street. I was advised there was the weed smell, but bring good walking shoes, a determined mind, and in my case, bribes of cheap gifts for the children to walk on for miles and miles. We rested at the Washington Square before venturing to the Dauphin Street, lining the colorful residences, people chatting on their patios, to the Louis Armstrong Park. Number 4, the parks. The city is sprayed not just in color or cafes, but lovely green stretches of parks. We spent a considerable chunk at the Louis Armstrong Park with the sculptures, the fountains, the wooden bridges, and the flowers. Number 5, the Garden District. My favorite. We started the experience in this neighborhood at the quaint Garden District bookshop. When I conversed with the owner regarding my books, my youngest emerged out of the children's book room carrying 5 books reaching over his head. We did raid the bookstore and spoiled ourselves with more. New Orleans' respect for art and culture commanded my respect. How do I describe the Garden District? Vales climb atop giant trees and street walls. The emerald canopy of trees folds over your head, broken by ivory symmetries, an eclectic array of restaurants and coffee shops, including Starbucks. We ate at the Anatolia Mediterranean cuisine. It was great. Coffee in hand, we drove back to Dauphin Island, having rewritten the best birthday memory for my oldest, who will cherish New Orleans forever. So go to New Orleans with your children. It's a city surrounded by water, lakes, river, and sea, fighting their mighty forces, and so green. It's a city worth protecting and preserving. Next time we visit the waterfalls of northeastern Alabama, stay tuned, and my author update is House of Milk and Cheese is now available on Amazon. Until next time, you take care. Bye. Made it this far with me. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.